For all you farmers out there, what do you think? Pretty straight lines, I'd say. What a guy. Right then. Okay, here we are in the usual field. Good to go. Wing laid out. Wind's dying down a bit. But we're good to go. Flying with Michael, Graham, Eric and Justin. Right, let's get strapped in. Here we go, ready to go. Heated gloves on, which is an absolute must today. It's only, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a brisk day, but lovely. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. So yeah, we're flying with Eric today. I think Chris is on his way, so hopefully we'll see Chris. Michael and Graham, who are quite relatively new to paramotor, just a little bit. I'm slightly older, shall we say. Been on it about maybe a few months more than him, but no, they're coming on great, and you know, we're getting there. That was a far better launch than the other day, where I decided to go sideways. So I'm very pleased with that launch. I think it should be okay. Felt okay from where I was sitting. So I'm very happy with that. And we'll just have a nice cross-country flight today, I think. Not sure where I'm going to go, but we'll just keep toddling on. I'm flying into wind, so I'd like to be with the wind to my back on the way back, shall we say. Quite difficult to steer with these massive gloves on. What a lovely smooth day. What a difference compared to the other day. Ooh yeah, that was horrible.
Your current altitude is near 900 feet, about 800 feet above ground. You are flying west at 15 miles per hour. The wind is coming from the southwest, near 10 o'clock, at 10 miles per hour. Takeoff is 0.4 miles away towards your 5 o'clock. You have been flying for 10 minutes.
Oh, I'm going to say, thank God for heated gloves. That's what I'd like to say. Oh. Right, go on, son. Give it the beans. Excellent. Nice work, sir. Dotted around Scotland, there's quite a lot of these old ruins, old farm crofts. So you know, a lot of old, especially up in the Highlands, you see quite a lot of old crofts, old sheep farming crofts in the middle of nowhere. And you think to yourself, how did they survive? You know. So and you know, a lot of that's to do with the Highland clearances. Look that up.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
So gas cylinder in the middle of that. Interesting. Needs a bit of work. Beauty.
Get the wing laid out, everything's set up. Let's get into the air. There goes Daniel. Go on, son. Ease up. Power. There he goes, look at that. Easy.
Well, not a bad take-off, I must admit. Not bad at all. So, it's an evening flight. So a couple of days ago we did a morning flight, and it was quite smooth actually. Today it's not too bad. I've come up to 584 feet, about 5. This seems quite smooth about this time. I'm actually crabbing if I look down there. Whoa, yeah. So the wind's pushing me this way. So yeah, a couple of days ago, nice morning flight, and we all had a look at the weather this morning. It was quite blustery this morning, so we had a window of opportunity, a very small one of about an hour, where the wind was kind of dropping down to 5 miles per hour. So we thought we'd take that chance. We all gaggled into the field, and we've all got up in the air quickly, because I think it's in the next hour it's going to be quite difficult to launch, forward launch anyway. So here we are, a nice evening flight. Today's my birthday, and I'm wearing my new flight suit that I got for my birthday. For anybody out there who's a paramotor pilot, it's easy. So your wife never has to worry about birthdays, Christmases, just something for the paramotor. So yeah, so my wife, she asked me, what do you want for your birthday? And I went, do you know what, I'm sick of putting on about 6 different layers of clothes every time I'm going out and then taking them off again. Can I have a flight suit, please? And here we are. So I've got an Aussie one. Aussie, not sure how you pronounce it. So I'm going to be honest, very comfortable, worth every penny I think. All I've got is my jeans on underneath this, and a fleece basically, and I've thrown this on, and nice and warm. I've seen a lot of people wearing them, so here I am, Aussie flight suit, brilliant, comfortable, lots of pockets. So I've got my sunglasses in one, I've got through my GoPro and my Insta through my Insta in one of the other pockets there, so it's quite nice. Christ, I'm drifting sideways, look at this. How we laugh. Anyway, let's go this way. So yeah, oh, very nice. What a lovely evening, honestly. It's lovely. I think over the next week the weather turns to quite windy again, so we all, it's a Sunday, so a lot of people aren't working today, so we managed to get about 6 of us in the field. What a lovely evening. What a way to spend your Sunday and my birthday. Absolutely outside. I couldn't wish for anything more on a birthday. The nights are getting lighter.
You have about 1 hour and 19 minutes of fuel.
Listen to gaggle. Oh, thank you. She's very helpful. In the UK, daylight saving will stop. Our clocks will go forward in a couple of weeks' time, and that gives us lighter nights, which is great for paramotoring. So guys can now finish work and go for a flight in the evenings, which is quite difficult to do in the winter. plenty of outs around here. I don't know if you can hear, but you can hear a slight rattling sound coming from my paramotor. Nothing to be worried about. What's happened is I think one of the plastic dogs that these monsters have on their pull starts has started to wear. I had this once before actually, and it kind of makes a sound, you can hear it. So I need to get my starter off. I've bought some new ones, so I'll get them replaced. If I'm brutally honest, I think with the monster, it seems to be a weak spot. And I've gone through a couple of sets of these dogs already, and I've had this paramotor a year, so well, just over a year, so yeah, just something to be aware of. Just got to be careful, you don't have to horse it when you're starting it. Doesn't get any better than this, does it? So there you go, that was the trims out. And what we can use now is we can use our wee trim steering here, which is whee! When you put your trims out, did I say trims in? I meant trims out. When you put your trims out, you need a little bit more throttle to keep level flight. So you might use you'll use a little bit more fuel. So all good stuff. So going quite fast now. Bit of tip steering just to take us left a little bit. The thing about tip steering is it's like power steering. If you pull it as much as you do the brakes, you'll give it plenty. And that took me by surprise when I first did that. So just a little bit there. You can just see it there. There's your brakes, there's your tip steer. So it's an extra check when you're coming in to land, is make sure your trims are back in neutral so you can use your brakes again. Some wings you can't use your brakes at all when you're trimmed out fully. So always read your manual for the wing that you have. Some you can. What an evening. Oh, got some visitors. Give them the standard paramotor wave. Beautiful. One for Kyle, my son. Tell me, what kind of quarry is that? I've always wondered. And to do the trims, go back to neutral, go on the two handles, down we come, one there, one there we go. Really you should do them at the same time, but there we go. Trim to neutral, and then use the brakes again.
Your current altitude is near 2,100 feet, about 2,000 feet above ground. You are flying north at 40 miles per hour. The wind is coming from the south, near 6 o'clock.
2,000 feet, we're doing 40 miles per hour, with the trim's neutral, so that's goes to show the tailwind I've got. There's Daniel, looking good.